watched the All Access and I've been reading some things, man. So, I seen where, Derrick James continued to say that Bud is more athletic than skilled. And Errol's with the Pivot Podcast, he basically said that, he expected to beat Bud down so bad he won't take the rematch. And Coach Malachi got a show where Terrence Crawford coming. Y'all gonna see it by the time this go out. Errol Spence said he just too big for Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna address that. Something else I wanted to address too. And Errol Spence did an interview with Fight Hype. They got it as one of their shorts where they asked him about his skill, and he said his skill was gonna carry you through it. And I think Ben asked him what about your skill? And it's just like determinations, fundamentals. He kind of like saying the same shit over and over again, and maybe he don't feel like he want to give his game plan away or whatever. But let's talk about that first. Hit the welterweight talk playlist out. Check out the boxing news playlist. And what about your skill? Because everything him and Derrick talk about is just about being aggressive, being durable, being fundamentally sound. So they might have something up their sleeve, to be honest, or they might just be banking on him being durable and running through people. But even if that's the case, and like I said before, after he fought Ugas, I believe that fight went from a 70-30 fight to like a 60-40, 55-45 type of fight, because of the snap I seen on his punches in that fight. He hadn't been punching that hard. He hadn't had that vitality in his game in quite some time. Now, apparently, too, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this out here, apparently somebody on that card failed the drug test and they swept it up under the rug, allegedly. So, I'm just saying that. My boy out Houston always kind of like bring that shit up. That was a rumor that was going out there. But nonetheless, like, what about his, are they hiding it? I mean, I think it's no mystery that he gonna come out there and try to run and walk him down. I think it's no history that he gonna try to come out there and bulldoze Bud, And if I got an older fighter in there, especially if he ain't warmed up, I'll do the same thing. But what about his skill set? We know the jab, the footwork, the cutting the ring off. But they never really kind of expand on what it is. I mean, even with Crawford, he's more athletic than skilled, and Derrick watching film, and I'm like, dude, I mean, maybe I'm tripping, or maybe they just saying that to make it true. You say something, you speak it into existence. But how can a dude, just from the simple fact, how can a dude with the punch ride he got not be skilled? I'd be lying if I told y'all I don't like Triple G, but I'd be lying if I told y'all that he not a skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? Good jab, good 1-2, good right hand, good hooks, good body placement. I would be fucking lying. I don't like the guy. As far as a fighter, I don't know him as a person. He seemed like a really good guy. Just think he overrated, but I'd be lying if I didn't give credit where credit was due. And I'd be lying if I didn't give Errol where Errol credit is due, and I do that. But nobody ever focus on that. Everybody just always focus on the negativity and the jokes and shit. But they never expand on their reasoning behind their things. And like I said before, a guy that can throw an uppercut, a guy that can punch with both hands, a guy that throw looping shots, straight shots, can switch hit. I mean, I didn't see him use his footwork to evade, and I didn't see him box for 12 rounds versus Victor Postal. I seen him punch off platform to generate power. I've seen him drop his weight, and I think people don't understand that about how him and Alexander Usyk really dropped their weight to gain leverage over guys that's bigger than them. I just don't really think people actually understand that's a lot of they secret. That's their secret to really getting up under their opponent. So when they fight guys that's tall, that's upright, who really can't get down there, they understand. And Pernell Whitaker understood that when I get low, even though you can't get that low no more, when I get low, I'm at an advantage. Because if I got a taller opponent, just like they say, kind of like punching up, you lose punching power. Punching down, you lose punching power. You know what I'm saying? So if you already losing power going down, you know what I'm saying? Going, punching down to me. So if I get low and I get up under you, guess what? It's a springboard. So you get low and I pop back up with a hook, you can't see it coming. If you fighting like upright like this, and I get low and if you notice, both of them motherfuckers get you with the shoulder. Sorry for the language. Both of them get you with the shoulder. They'll tag you in the shoulder with your stroke, at your solar plex, and they'll come over with a left hook or a right hook or whatever the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? And they dropping their weight and they getting up under there and they really springboarding and dropping their weight. I mean, it's like you really got to see what I really had to point it out to y'all. And that's why Jeff Horn had a problem with him. Not only are they dropping their weight, but they're slick. They're elusive. As Derek James said, he's really elusive. And not only are they elusive, they also dropping their weight and they actually coming back and catch you off. It's really like, you could tell they really got a wrestling background, because the wrestler, you got to understand center of gravity. We ain't pretty sure there ain't too many physics majors out there as well that's listening to me, but I just don't really understand what he coming from. And then they will say something like that about Terrence, say something about the skill of Errol Spence, and then not expand on it and not explain it. There's no bulletin points under what they saying. Now, like I said before, they could just be like, okay, we gonna hide our hand. He think we gonna come out there and bang him. We gonna box. Pause. Could be. They don't owe us an explanation. I wouldn't tell my game plan either. But I don't think it's a mystery what his game plan gonna be. I don't think he's a Rubik's Cube with his skill set. I don't think so. But they never truly expand on, oh, we just gonna break his bones, we're gonna break him down, and we gonna do this, man. Like I said before, that's better than going in there banking on the knockout. So if you plan on breaking somebody down, that means, and that's kind of what Frank Martin did Saturday. He chipped away, and he finally caught old buddy, and old buddy took a knee. So he chipped away. So, like I said, for Bud, he got tired in that Sean Porter fight too. If you watch, I watched it over, and then he got his second win, and Porter made him work. But I think, they just never give an explanation. And maybe after the fight, we will get an explanation, regardless of whatever the results are. You probably will get an explanation, but I think it's no mystery he's gonna come out there and he's gonna try to box him. Now we try to bang him out his frame, but I think the number one thing for Errol Spence is to establish a jab and come out fast. And the number one thing for Terrence Crawford is to take away the jab and come out fast. You can't bank on knocking this man out late. No matter how many mistakes he make, you can't bank on him. So it's gonna be interesting. But as far as they going back and forth about the A side and who was the A side, and like I said before, Errol like, well, I'm the A side and all this shit, man. Then, and I feel like I didn't have to give this, that, and the third up. Well, if you the A side, you ain't, this motherfucker gonna step or he gonna not fight. Wasn't too much, like he trying to say, well, ticket sales and all that. Like, dude, I heard they opened up all the books and shit, or they compare numbers, and his numbers wasn't shit. I keep telling y'all that. Nobody wants to listen to me, dude. This is all things are already new. That Sean Porter fight was sub 200,000 buys. They are lying about numbers. Them ticket sales, they buying and reselling. If he's a ticket phenomenon, he not fighting at home all the time. Name me a ninja in boxing that consistently fight at home that's an international fucking superstar. Even AJ go out the UK. Even there's a demand for AJ. How you the A side? You never headlined in Las Vegas. And I'm not saying he is or he ain't. Like, he's not this immovable solid A. If he was, Crawford would have to accept what he going to. Kind of like De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd said he just had to get his gloves. You know, they picked his gloves out for him, everything. He just had to bring his gear and show up. Oscar ran everything. So Errol beating his chest like he the A side. Like, bro, if you just that guy, you that A side, it ain't nothing he can do. It's take it or leave it, or KIM, keep it moving. And that's how the game go. And that's how the game goes. So, like I said before, these dudes, you know, I had to do this and I had to do that. I had to do this and I'm this, I'm that. And that's what's wrong with boxing, man. The business is done. The business is done. We don't have to sit here and bitch and complain about what was. It's what is. You know? But as far as him talking about, you know, he gonna beat him so bad, but might not take the rematch clause. He might. If he break his orbital bones and he break his ribs, you know, he got 30 days to exercise a rematch clause, and I'm pretty sure in them 30 days that the rematch that if he is injured, that, you know, rematch probably won't be obtainable. He probably won't be ready in 6 months, 8 months, coming off those type of injuries if you injure yourself. And then, you know, for Terrence Crawford, you know, especially with Jamel walking away, it's a rumor going out there that he may get stripped of the WBO title. For Terrence Crawford, he might just walk away. He might just retire. You never know what somebody's thinking. He might just retire. And the way these guys take losses today, you know, they go away for a long time. They gain a lot of weight. You know, they gain a tremendous amount of weight. And they go into hiding. Then they come back at a new weight class. Even Marcos Madonna tried to come back. So, you never know. Errol could lose too and walk away from this shit. You know? So, I mean, you really never know. But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description, the link tree on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, 09. Peace.